Have you ever felt lazy or tired of your own life? Have you ever said, I will change tomorrow, but tomorrow never came? This is the story of Arif, a young man who thought his life would never change, until one small step changed everything. So, sit back, relax, and listen carefully, because this story might change the way you see your life too. It was a cold winter morning. The sun was still hiding behind the clouds. The room was dark and quiet. Arif opened his eyes slowly. He looked at the clock. It was already 9:30. He sighed and said, "Oh no, I missed my class again." He felt lazy. He felt tired. He felt like nothing would ever change. Every day, he said the same thing. I will wake up early tomorrow. But tomorrow came, and nothing was different. Arif looked at the ceiling and whispered, I want to change, but I don't know where to start. He closed his eyes again and stayed in bed, because sometimes doing nothing feels easier than trying to change. That evening, Arif went for a walk. The air was cool. Leaves moved slowly in the wind. Children were playing. Old people were sitting on benches, talking softly. Arif walked alone, with his hands in his pockets. He felt empty inside. He sat down under a big tree and watched the people around him. After a few minutes, an old man came and sat beside him. He had white hair, a kind smile, and eyes that looked calm and wise. The old man looked at Arif and said, Why are you sad, young man? Arif was surprised. He smiled weakly and said, I don't know. I just feel stuck. Every day I say I will change, but I never do. The old man chuckled softly. He said, Then stop planning to change your whole life. Just take one small step today. Arif looked at the man. One small step, he repeated. The man nodded and said, Yes, big journeys always begin with one small step. Then the old man stood up, smiled again, and slowly walked away. Arif watched him go, and, for the first time in a long while, he felt a little light in his heart. The next morning, Arif woke up early. The air felt fresh, and the world outside was quiet. He remembered the old man's words. Just take one small step today. Arif sat on his bed and thought, What small step can I take? He didn't want to plan big things. He just wanted to start. So, he took out a notebook and a pen. He wrote one simple line. Today, I will do one small thing that makes me better. Then he smiled. It was the first real smile in many days. He went outside, stood under the same big tree, and took a deep breath. For the first time, the air felt different, lighter. Later that day, Arif saw a small boy trying to carry a heavy bag. He ran to help him. The boy smiled and said, Thank you, uncle. Arif felt warm inside. It was a small thing, but it felt big. He thought, maybe this is what the old man meant. One small step. One small good thing. That night, Arif wrote in his notebook again. Today, I helped someone. I feel happy. And slowly, something began to change inside him. Not his world, but his heart. Arif's first small step brought light into his heart. What small step will you take today? Write it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Days passed. Every morning, Arif woke up and looked at his notebook. He wrote one new sentence every day. Something small but true. Today, I will learn one new word. Today, I will smile at someone. Today, I will not give up. These small steps became his new habit. He didn't feel lost anymore. He felt alive, one little step at a time. One day, Arif's friend asked him, "You look happier these days. What changed?" Arif smiled and said, "I stopped waiting for big moments. I started with small ones." He showed his friend the notebook. The pages were full of kind words, goals, and little notes. Every page told a story of hope. His friend said, "This is beautiful, Arif. You're changing your life." Arif looked at the notebook and whispered, "I'm not just changing my life. I'm changing my mind." That night, Arif sat by his window again. The stars were bright. He thought about the old man and smiled. "He was right," Arif said softly. "Big journeys do begin with one small step." Then he closed his notebook, looked at the sky, and whispered, "Tomorrow, I'll take another step." Arif's small steps are now changing his world. Remember, you don't need to run, just start walking. If this story touched your heart, write in the comments, "I'm taking my first step today." Many months passed. Arif's life had changed quietly, step by step. He spoke kindly, helped others, and smiled more often. His notebook was now full, a record of his small victories and quiet growth. One cool morning, Arif went to the same park again. The wind was gentle, and children were laughing. He sat under the big tree where he once met the old man. After a few minutes, he saw a familiar figure walking slowly toward him. It was the old man, with the same kind smile and wise eyes. Arif stood up and said, "Sir, I followed your advice. I took one small step every day, and now my life feels new." The old man smiled and said softly, "I didn't change your life, Arif. You did one small step at a time." Arif's eyes filled with tears, but they were tears of peace. He realized the truth. Big change doesn't happen in one day. It happens in small, simple moments of courage. That evening, Arif wrote his last note in the notebook. The old man was right. One small step can truly change your life. He closed the notebook, smiled at the sky, and whispered, "Tomorrow, I'll keep walking." Thank you for listening to Arif's journey. Remember, your life doesn't change in one jump. It changes when you take one small, kind, brave step every day. If this story touched your heart, write in the comments, "My small step starts today." Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more simple English stories that inspire and teach.